We're going to tap into your expertise on Latin America because there's no shortage of things to talk about, whether it's an election in Brazil or a recent default in Argentina, a lot going on. You look at the region, and one theme that you've identified is political and regulatory change, the need for that. How does that play out from an investor viewpoint?
I think that's a really great theme to highlight what we like to talk to clients about, which is do not paint all countries within Latin America with the same stroke. Various countries are in different parts of growth as well as regulatory change. I like to think of it kind of as a spectrum for investors to keep in mind. You have Mexico enacting various serious reforms. You have Brazil going through an election and all of that uncertainty, but not enough reform. And then you have the very end of the spectrum, countries like Argentina and Venezuela still really needing that real reform. So something for investors to keep in mind presents risks, such as the political situation and the upcoming election in Brazil. A lot of volatility in markets that we like to steer clear from, but it also presents opportunities, such as the case of Mexico.
So where are the opportunities in terms of how are regulatory changes transferring down to various sectors and industries in Mexico?
So in Mexico, where we really see the most progress and potential for further reform, you see that really starting to, yet to trickle through to the economy, but finally starting to affect markets. It took a long time, I think, for investors in markets to realize that Mexico was serious with its reform. It was going to be able to accomplish its very ambitious agenda. And for us, a really positive outcome from that is all the revolution that has happened in the energy sector in Mexico. As you know, they passed a constitutional reform to finally open up that energy sector to private companies and foreign companies as well. So that's an area where we see a lot of opportunity within the Mexican market as well as foreign companies that can now tap into that new market.